Well, James, an entertaining game, but Durham on the wrong end of it again.
Yeah. Look, Wayne Madson's played an unbelievable innings. 147 balls to see his team home, and they've been riding high throughout most of the campaign, and we've been kind of the opposite, or very much the opposite. So, in some cases, this game sort of told a tale for both teams of where they've been throughout this campaign.
I said the other day, if you lost this one, it was 10 defeats, which equals Durham's worst in the T20 in a season. You said that was statistics, but unfortunately, it's the sort of statistics you don't want to have against your name, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's factual. It is what it is. There's a lot of hurt in that dressing room, both individually and collectively. And we're not going to have any excuses about it. Our performances simply haven't been good enough. So all we can do is reflect on it. Look to improve ourselves throughout the course of the next 9 to 12 months before this competition comes around again next year. But obviously we've got a heck of a lot more cricket to play throughout this summer, which we're really looking forward to.
What do you think have been the big disappointments this year? I mean, obviously you've had injuries to key players like Sean Dixon and Ashton Turner's shoulder injury, but the squad has not provided what was billed at the outset, really, has it?
Yeah, look, I think when you get a couple of injuries, we've had some international call-ups as well, which is wonderful. When you've got a slightly small squad, it challenges you. And obviously then when you're not performing as you like as well, that challenges it again. So, look, simply we just haven't been good enough, individually, collectively. And as I said, all we can do now is look ahead on how we improve, how as players we grow games, and that's from a coaching point of view as well as a player's point of view, and we've just got to be honest about it. Durham's T20 record since the inception of it's not that great, and you mentioned that to me the other night. So we've got to just find a way to be better at this format.
Yeah, sadly, I've witnessed a lot of it over the 20 years. There's been a bit of discontent from supporters, and quite a few who I would say are quite considered in their opinions and not really the shouty keyboard warrior types. So do you accept the feeling among some of the spectators as to what's gone on the last few weeks and how they feel?
Yeah, look, I've given you my honest feedback right there, and if they're hurting, how do you think the players are feeling, and how do you think the support staff and everyone that works so hard behind the scenes at the club feels? So I get that supporters are frustrated, they're angry, but no one's hurting more than the people in that dressing room right now.
It was a difficult T20 last year, but you came off the back of that with a cracking run in the One Day Cup. That will be a few weeks later this year, but that was where we saw the emergence of some younger players, and I suppose after you've seen what has occurred in the T20 this year, you might be mindful, or whoever's in charge of the team might be mindful, with you being away in the 100, to maybe blood a few more youngsters in the One Day Cup this year.
Yeah, again, last year we had a fantastic run in the Royal London 50 over comp, and again we'll be looking to try and replicate that in a few weeks. It does naturally provide opportunity to other players. We've got a couple of guys that are away on international duty. We'll probably have a couple of other players playing 100 themselves, so therein lies opportunity for others to come in. And last year we saw the emergence of the likes of Luke Deneathy, who was part of that Royal London 50 over campaign and played a critical role. So there will be other names that'll pop up throughout August in that one-day format, and that's an exciting prospect to look forward to.
And finally, while you say goodbye to a few people who've been here for the T20, you welcome another new face in Nick Maddinson. Tell us about him. Yeah,
look, Nick's he's just arrived a few days ago. He's arrived from Sri Lanka, having been out there on an Australian A trip. His pedigree is second to none in terms of Aussie domestic cricket. He's had a wonderful time of it the last few years over there. He's knocking on the door of the Australian Test team, and he's extremely excited about joining Durham for the remainder of the season, and we're extremely excited to have him here. He's going to add real quality to our batting lineup, and he's available for the remainder of the championship and all the one-day games. So here's hoping that he can get his head down in the middle and contribute nicely towards some Durham victories.